Hey everyone, I'm Ari, Creative Director here at Heavyocity, and we're going to take a dive into my demo for AVANT Modern Keys. Now, AVANT is a beautiful, magical, and unique sounding electric stage piano. And in true Heavyocity fashion, we opened up the proverbial Pandora's box and recorded some very creative articulations. Sampling the electric piano by playing the tines on the inside with horsehair bows, twine, hitting them with hammers, plucking with guitar pick, and more. And the combination of these unique articulations and the beautifully recorded core electric keys really transforms this classic Mark II into something bold and new. So, let's take a listen, and then we'll break down the parts. Here we go. Okay, so really cool textures, really different sounds, takes that Mark II electric piano thing and brings it into a whole new cinematic realm. I kind of went after the Nick Cave, Warren Ellis, T-Bone Burnett True Detective vibe and had no idea how to do that. I didn't know where to start with this. So I just started poking around some of the presets that were there and landed on this snapshot called Clockworks. This is taking the electric piano into an entirely new realm. Really rhythmic, really thumpy. You hear more of that like clang, chime, mechanical sound that's going on. So it's kind of plodding along here on quarter notes. A little bit of an echo, using the little echo engine, you can hear it. But what's really getting the sound going is the mechanical noise and the key press sound. So in AVANT, we provide the pedal down, pedal up, the press of the key, and the kind of interior mechanical movement of the electric piano. Now, without those, it's thumpy. You hear the low end, but it's missing all that really cool special stuff on top. You bring them back in, they're a little bit louder than they would be in a traditional sense, but it built this really cool texture. And I kind of ran with that. I ran with the like Clockworks vibe, this tick-tock thump thing going on. True detective storyline, kind of dark, kind of mysterious, cop finding his way through things in a somewhat Western vibe-ish, reminiscent of it, but feeling like something's a little bit off. And to help balance that low thump out, I played the melody line with the soft Mark II preset, which is just really pretty. It's just got this really beautiful sound to it, and a lot of that is coming from this ambience built around the convolve engine. So we have a convolution that's playing. It's got a little bit of a high pass going on and some more ambience outside of it. So without it, just the pure soft piano. Just a really pretty sound. And then if we bring the convolution stuff back up, just gets this like magical vibe to it. I don't know how else to say that. It sounds magical. And to help emphasize that melody, I found this really cool preset called Octave Demons. You hear an octave down. So without it, so let's hear all those together. And it really builds this ambient, kind of creepy, kind of hopeful. There's a little bit of a major note in there somewhere. It's a little weird. It's a little off, just uneasy. that kind of defines the whole track. A little bit off. I went a little wacky here with the time signature changes. It starts in 4/4, but then on top of the 4/4, that soft Mark II sound is playing in 3/4, and it goes back to 4/4, and then when it gets to this middle section here where it starts to build more, the pattern goes 5/4, 7/4, 5/4, essentially 8/4, 4/4, 4/4. It was a little uneasy feeling, but it kept building and kept the momentum moving. I think it felt right to me because the Clockworks preset was really plodding along very steadily. And with that steady thump in 4/4, it felt too rigid. And this instrument just flows. The echoes, the ambiences that come out of it, these bowed textures, brings it into this whole new realm that feels very organic and free-flowing, and the time signature changes kind of help that. So let's pick it up right here. So right there, after building up with this cool ambient sound, I kind of suck it back in to the basic Mark II. Just the clean, pure sound, release samples, a little bit of key press, pedal down, pedal up is a little louder, but it gives that intimate vibe. And then underneath that is this cool pad texture. It uses the twine bowed through the tines, the hair bowed through the tines, and then this kind of grain decay impact at the start with a reverse convolution on the end to get this sound. It's got this magical quality. It's an electric piano, but it sounds totally different while still staying anchored in that kind of organic, real world sound. And to help move that section along, I added a slow arp. This was actually very important to add in. It was the second time round of the 5/4, 7/4, 5/4, 8/4 feel, and it needed something steady moving underneath so that you could find the beat again. Otherwise, it was like, where's one? I don't know what I'm doing. So I did this arp that goes up, comes back down, goes up, comes back down, and goes up. So let's listen to that part. Two, three, four. That part right there, starting at 29, is what brings us into the big section at the end here. Getting into that part, actually, I had stopped the Clockworks preset and filled in that tick-tock sound with some percussion from Damage 2. There's some of the Armageddon Ensemble higher up hits, and then some taikos that are coming in here. It has this cool juxtaposition on top of it because that tick-tock feel is actually happening steady no matter what's going on with the time signatures. It's just tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And then I'm emphasizing it with the taikos on the bottom. Just light hits, not too hard, so you're getting more of the thump, not the crack. So that takes us right to the big part of the track, which I did with live instruments. Right? It's an electric piano. It kind of feels like it should fall in line with somebody playing real instruments on top of it. Cool chords, cool inversions, gives a rising feel while kind of plodding along. It's still got that clockwork vibe, but again with this weird time signature. And to keep things moving, instead of just playing the basic Mark II, I turned on the arpeggiator, added a couple of accents here and there, and then played the chords. Again, this like mystical, magical vibe. To help emphasize those arpeggios, I am playing the basic Mark II beneath it, just kind of anchoring down those chords. So with the ARP movement and the basic Mark II chords playing underneath, the guitars and bass are pretty open, big open chords just on the downs of each measure. And I bring back the Octave Demons preset, playing that melody on top. Let's take a listen here to just what's going on in the keys. And you notice here, I took out the basic Mark II at the end before that last time around. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the strings. It's the first time that the solo strings are kind of peaking at the top of that motif, and it felt a little too busy. Actually, good point in writing. I find that after I write a track and after I get all the parts down in front of me, I do spend a good amount of time in, I guess, cleanup would be the way to say it. I overcompose, I overwrite things, and I found that stuff just starts to breathe a little more as I pull layers out. Sometimes just having one instrument do a part is more than enough. They don't have to be stacked all the time. So yeah, don't be afraid to pull stuff out. Just because it's down on paper doesn't mean it's set in stone. Anyway, so let's get back to the guitar parts. So wide open, left and right. Inversions are playing. I think it's first inversion for 2 of the chords, which leaves a lot of open space for the bass on the bottom. This cool tremolo thing in the middle. And then these bends come in for a lead part. And on top of that, I'm afraid to play this, but I'll play it anyway. Since I was going after that Nick Cave, Warren Ellis thing, they do a lot with very intimate vocals. So I just sung really quietly into the mic, couple of layers. In octaves, just filled it out. Kind of worked with that tremolo thing. And then underneath that, we'll look at it quickly. Have the drums playing. We're using damaged drum kit on these. I did add some more saturation to them. I wanted to feel like really heavy tape saturation, and then had it mostly room. The reverb is turned up quite a bit. So let's take a listen to just the drums. I have them bust out to individual channel types. So I have the kicks, the snares, the toms, hats, and overheads out separately, so I have independent control. I can send to the reverb more or less based on kind of drum type. That just sounds nice, sounds good, especially with the guitars and basses. We'll bring those guys in. I have some Novo strings going on. There's some tremolos playing. There's a couple of, I believe, intimate textures parts. I like layering in the intimate textures patches on top of the regular strings because they have this kind of push and pull vibe. There's cool bow sound that comes out. There's more vibrato that pops out here and there. I think I'm actually using, vibrato waves is one of the presets that I'm using. And then again, I played live violin on it. Not well, but but well enough. I had a little bit of saturation. Again, this track has this kind of grungy, dark vibe to it. So having pristine stuff playing didn't really fit the vibe. Let's just play from here all the way to the end. And then I bring back those chord progressions from the start, kind of tailing down right into the bowed tine sound to finish up the track. So that's it. That is Avant in action. I hope that it gave a better sense of what Avant can do and what it sounds like and how truly different it is. It's not just your classic electric piano. It's got great textures, unique sounds, and all mixed together in this really intricate engine to make something really bold and transformative for your music. Again, click subscribe if you haven't. Click like if you like the video. Join us on our mailing list. Check out Avant, heavyocity.com/Avant. Thanks for watching.